Connecting to conference ALARA. Connected.
Number doughayden.org. Just put in your call sign, dash your name in the top box, and then click Log In. In the event that this station is unable to continue the net, an alternate net control operator is needed. The alternate net control station, or ANCS, makes note of all check-ins and is ready to assume the net control station role if necessary. Melanie KM4GQN has volunteered as alternate net control for this evening's net. Melanie, are you there?
Good evening, Catherine and Annette. Yes, I am here, and good evening, ladies.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Melanie, for filling that role for the YL net this evening. We would like to thank ALARA for their use of this Echolink Conference node, the North Fulton Amateur Radio League for the link to their repeater and the use of the do-drop-in chat room, as well as the Young Ladies Radio League, or YLRL, and Atlanta Area Ham Radio Clubs for your ongoing support of this net. We encourage you to read more about YLRL and North Fulton Amateur Radio League on their respective websites, YLRL.org and NFARL.org. This is AZ4YL net control for the YL net this evening. We will now begin taking check-ins. Please keep in mind there is a 3 to 4 second delay when transmitting link. Also, please monitor that you are not doubling. When checking in, please give us your name, your call sign, and your location. To all YLs who would like to check in to the net this evening, please call now.
Mike 0 Hotel City Tango, Jenny in the UK.
Alpha Echo 7, Mike Bravo, Margaret, Battleground, Washington.
KC8TKY, Linda, Knox, Indiana.
London Township, New Jersey.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take those check-ins. We have Jenny, N0HZT. In the UK, good morning, Jenny. Welcome to the net. We have Margaret, AE7NB from Battleground, Washington. Good evening, Margaret. We have Linda, KC8PKY in Indiana. And we have Rhea, N2RJ from New Jersey. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with check-ins. Any other YLs who have not checked in, please go ahead and call now.
This is AB7CS, Sarah, in Olympia, Washington. Alpha Foxtrot 7, Bravo, India. This is Maryland in Battleground, Washington.
Okay, very good. We have Sarah, AZ7PS, Washington State, and Maryland, AF7BI. Welcome back. Also from Washington State. Good evening to both of you. Okay, we still have a few ladies still over not checked in yet, so please feel free to go ahead. Come on in and check in. Okay, not getting any audio, but I do see we have Nisi, KA1ULN, with us. Nisi is in Massachusetts, so welcome, Nisi, and I do see you over in the chat room as well. So glad to see you with us, and glad you're here. Hopefully you have audio from this end now. And we also have a YL here joining us from Turkey, TA2AZP, and probably not going to pronounce her name correctly, so for that I apologize, but I see it's Zeynep. I'm going to just give it a guess there. So welcome to the net. We're glad to have you with us. It's wonderful to have our international friends join us. It always adds a nice spice to the net, so welcome. It's wonderful to see you. Looks like we also have Dawn here with us, KJ4ZBK. So good evening, Dawn. We have you in the log as well. And Dawn is located there in Florida. So Dawn, are you in Florida this evening? If you're able to, if you can come back and let us know, that would be awesome. Hopefully your audio is up and running now. Well, I'm not getting any audio from Dawn, but that's okay. We have you in the log, Dawn, so great to see you here with us, and hopefully you're able to copy us here on Echolink. Looks like Ann just joined us, WB1ARU, so welcome, Ann. We're just wrapping up check-ins for this evening to kick off the net, so welcome. We have you in the log as well. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and move on into the net this evening, and we'll do one last call for check-ins at the close of the net. So if you are listening and have not checked in, we'll catch you on the tail end of the net. So thank you for joining us. So this evening, let's go ahead and open it up to the group first and see if anybody has any announcements or experiences or stories that they'd like to share with the group this evening. We'll open it up to you. Please give us a call, AC4YL.
AF7BI.
Well, good evening, Marilyn. Perhaps you can tell us all about CPAC. I bet you're back and ready to roll with some more ham radio fun. Go ahead, Marilyn. Come on in.
KJ4ZBK.
Well, Marilyn, I'm not sure if we lost you. So Dawn, we've got you on audio now, so we have you in the log. So welcome to the net. Marilyn, come on in with what you're going to share with the group. AF7BI, AC4YL in the net. Copy anything there, Marilyn, so we'll give you a minute here. We'll go ahead and try again, and then if not, we'll check with the other folks and then come back. So go ahead, Marilyn. Let's give it another go.
KF7BI. Catherine, can you hear me now?
We sure can. We got you now, Marilyn. Go ahead.
Sorry about the problem. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I don't know how much you heard, but we got 23 new members for YLRL there, and that was really a lot of fun. Cheryl, I don't know what her call sign is, but she's the lady that does the harmonics, was there with me. And we sat at the table and just had a grand old time talking, and just talking to everybody that was there. And it came home after spending more money than we probably should have. My OM and I did anyway. And it was just a real fun time. My OM and I didn't get home until yesterday. And so we had some time to come down after CPAC. But I would encourage anybody that can get there to please try, because it really is an incredible experience to meet these very hardcore amateur radio operators and gain the insight that they have. It's a great thing to go to. It's in Seaside, Oregon, the first week of June every year. So if you can get there, try and come. Back to you, Catherine.
Well, that is fantastic, Marilyn. And so everybody, when you're making your plans for next year, first you put Dayton on your calendar, and then you put CPAC on your calendar, and then you put Field Day on your calendar. So a lot of things going on June, July time. So thank you, Marilyn. That's exciting. You guys were able to show 23 more YLs and tell them all about the Young Ladies Radio League. It's a wonderful organization, and we're just getting warmed up, I think. So that's great. Glad you're able to be there and experience that, and I will certainly put it on my list of things to do as a goal to reach for. Who knows, maybe next year. So thanks, Marilyn, for jumping in and sharing that. And what good is a ham fest if you don't spend a lot of money. So thanks, Marilyn. Anybody else have anything to share with the group here? Come on in. Perhaps you made it to CPAC and would like to tell us your experience there, or anything else you'd like to share. Come on in and tell us about it. KC8PKY. Come on in, Linda. What do you got for us?
Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like Field Day is going to be in my backyard this year. We've got a rather small club here in Stark County, and we tried to get a local park, but we couldn't get that, and nobody else seemed to be interested in doing much of anything, so we said, well, we'll do it in our backyard. Looks like Stark County is going to operate from the Memphis QTH. And with that, I'll turn it back to Net, KC8PKY.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, Linda. That's awesome. In fact, you guys might have a complete blast just doing it right there in your backyard, and there you go. So that's cool. Why don't you list your QTH there on the ALARA Field Day places? You might have a group of folks show up. Tell them to bring a dish. There you go. So awesome. Okay, that's cool. So, question for you there, Linda, what equipment are you guys going to be using for Field Day there in the backyard?
Well, we'll probably use probably my 897 for one. And then some of the members that are coming will probably bring their stuff and their antenna, because we only have one really good working antenna, our big long dipole. So it's going to be kind of a run what you brung sort of a deal. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that's awesome. Very cool. So let's see. It's always good to be able to run field day from your backyard. So awesome. So thanks, Linda. I think, Dawn, let's come back to you for a minute. I'm not sure if you were just checking in earlier, or if you had something that you wanted to share with the group. So, Dawn, I'll pass it to you if you like. And if not, you can just say hi. KJ4ZBK, AC4YL in the net.
This is KJ4ZBK. Want to say hello to Melanie and Catherine and Missy and Ed and everyone else on the net. I know it's been quite a while since I've been here. Last week I was away, and then I came home and it was too late for me to get on. And by the time I got home I was exhausted. Back to you.
Well, no problem there, Dawn. We miss you when you're not here. But it's so great that you were able to make it tonight, and good to see you on the net. And hello back. So it was great meeting you earlier this year, and perhaps we'll get to see each other again in Orlando next year, not before then. Of course, still an open invite. If you can come up this way to Georgia, we'd love to have you play with Field Day with us. That would be fun. So thanks, Dawn. Good to hear you out there. Judy joins us over on Echolink and in the chat room there, KC7KPG. So we'll give a shout out to Judy. Good evening and welcome. And if you have anything that you'd like to share with the group, come on in. It's still open, so anybody have anything else they want to tell us about, come on in and fill us in.
Okay, I think I have it. Good evening, WB1ARU here. I just wanted to report I'm almost up to 100 ballots. I actually got a couple via email today. They scanned their ballots and attached them to a message. So that's an alternate method I hadn't thought of before. I don't know why not, but I do have to see those signed ballots, though. I can't just you can't just make up an email. You have to scan your ballot and make sure it was signed so I can count it. But I'm pleased to see all the ballots coming in. To tell Foreland folks that you are leading the pack at the moment with the most returned ballots. Of course, you have the most members in Foreland, so that could be part of it. I'm overwhelmed by the number of new members out of CPAC, and wish I could have been there to hear Nancy speak and to meet up with all you folks, but just wasn't in the cards this year for sure. So I'm going to be very busy, I can see that. I had other things I had to take care of before I could get to the YLRL letters, so that's the next on the docket. So back to Matt, WB1ARU.
Well, excellent, Ann, and thanks for filling us in on the option to scan in the signed ballot, the full sheet there, and get it over to you. That's great, and so I was kind of wondering if that was an option, but I figured, I'll do it the old-fashioned way and actually stick it in the mail and hope it gets to you. So very good, and I'm sure you are quite busy getting all that. We certainly appreciate all that you do in welcoming new members to YLRL. You know, it's a lot of work. It takes time to go through the applications and put those letters together and get them in the mail and try not to miss anyone. And we certainly appreciate that, all that you do, as well as Carol. and Rosemarie as well. Because you ladies certainly work hard to keep the new members welcomed in. So thank you very much for that. Okay, anybody else have anything to come in and tell the group?
A1ULN, just real quick, for all the district chairs and just anybody that's working field day, if you got some spare harmonics, need some, call Cheryl and tell her to send you some before field day. I would highly recommend you take a few to field day for the people that are visiting or just want to know about YLRL. Take the harmonics and give it to them, and that promotes goodwill and maybe recruitment. So, KA1ULN.net. Thanks so much, Kat.
Well, thank you, Nisi. That's a great suggestion. So any of you gals participating in larger field days, that would be awesome. Cheryl, I know, usually keeps quite a few harmonics for that very purpose. You know, you can ask her to just send you just a few, and I'm sure she'll be happy to do that, but you might want to get that request in pretty soon, so that gives her some time to get them in. Also, along similar lines, make sure that if you are participating in field day in any way, shape, or form, take your camera or your cell phone and take pictures. And please send off your field day experience in a short little, could be as simple as a paragraph, a few sentences, over to your district chairwoman so she can get that and include that as part of the next harmonics article for your area. We'd love to hear all about your field day experiences, and we'd love to share those with everyone. And Zanette, you can send yours to Rosemarie if you're going to play any radio, or if there's any cool news or updates that you have of what you're doing in ham radio. You can send any of that over to Rosemarie, KB4RM, and she can include that in the DX section of harmonics. You too, Jenny. Anything that you gals would like to include, just send that over to her, and she can get that over to Cheryl. And make sure we get your stories and experiences in the harmonics issues as well. Okay, anybody else have something for the group here? Come on in. Okay, nothing else. So if you think of something, just chime on in a little bit here on the net. We'd love to hear it. Perhaps you will think of something. So next up, you know, when you change your call, you have to change a lot of things. Some of those are of course, your FCC license changes, so you get a new printout of that. Your QRZ.com page changes, so you have to change that, make sure that changes. So a lot of things, a lot of things get changed, but another thing that gets changed too are QSL cards. And, you can either keep your same design and just change your call sign on it, or it might be time to refresh and you want to do a brand new QSL card. So thought it might be interesting, and Melanie and I were discussing this as we have just recently changed our call signs, of course, and several of you other ladies have as well. I know Ann, who's not with us, KC9YL, I think that's her call. My mind's not working too well this evening, but she, of course, changed her call sign, and so she's no doubt going to be looking at doing something about her QSL cards. So, the question is, did you design your own QSL card, or did you go through a company to do that? And if so, who did you use, or do you have any suggestions on either QSL design or good websites we can go to check out and shop around for QSL cards? Of course, we're not going to insist anybody uses any particular person or whatnot, but just looking for some ideas on where we can go to get some good quality QSL cards and some design ideas. So if anybody out there would like to share where you got your QSL cards or how you came up with your design or any suggestions that you have for the group, tips to keep in mind when designing your QSL card, please come on in and share anything you've got with us on that topic. We'd love to hear it. AC4YL.
Jimmy.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Our favorite picture I rather liked. I was offered our local club a few years ago was doing a talk on kite operating a kite antenna, and I really loved that photograph. All right, I was wearing my shirt from the radio club in Iowa. But, yes, I really enjoy that. And Rhea and Lucy have the privilege of having one of my cards. And anyone who works on the net, on 14288, would also get one. And we had to be done by a guy up in Nottingham here in the UK. M0COL. Not that I believe that, I don't think he's doing them anymore because they're no longer on his QRZ page. We're not sure at all. The computer dropped from the thing, but I just used a photograph that I really like. Back to there, Catherine.
Okay, very good, Jenny. So you can take your a favorite photograph that you have and put that on your card. That's cool. People often put pictures of antennas on their cards as well. So thank you, Jenny, for coming in and telling us about your QSL cards. Who else has some tips or suggestions or where you got your QSL card or even what, you personally feel a QSL card is to you? Is it something that, do you like to have something personal to you on that card, or is it more of a generic thing simply to confirm a contact? If you like to make any comments on what you feel a QSL card represents for you, you can tell us that as well if you like.
WB1ARU. I guess I have it. I have to laugh. Back in the dark ages when I first got licensed, Tony and I decided to purchase QSL cards from one of the popular suppliers at that time. That was prior to the days of self-printing or being able to use a Vistaprint or something like that. So we ordered a huge number of cards. We designed cards that were matching for the two of us, separate cards with the same design. Our only problem was our color choice didn't work out as well as we hoped. We still like the design, but anyway, we have mountains of them. Haven't used them much yet. And more recently, I have made up little biz cards to use when I go to Hamfest and so forth, which the last I put myself, and then the last batch I did through Vistaprint. with one of their promotions that made them real cheap. So I have traditional QSL cards, and I have my little biz cards. So I don't send a whole lot of cards because I don't get on the air as much as I should. WB1 area.
Well, very good, Ann. So through all that, we can learn a lot just from that. Don't order too many. A million might be a few too many, unless you sit and play radio all day, every day, 365 days a year. You might get through that many in, a few years. And color choice is a good one, and the nice thing is a lot of companies that you can order them through, you'll want to look and make sure that they can send you a proof before you pay and print, so that's cool. And so very awesome. So thank you, Ann, for sharing your experiences with us, and the little cards are great. And Vistaprint is a great place to get some inexpensively made and printed, and they are great to hand out at Hamfest and stuff as you meet folks and tell them about this net. Hi. So with that, looks like Rhea might have something. N2RJ, come on in and maybe tell us about your QSL cards or anything else that you have for the group here. N2RJ, AC4YL in the net.
Hi, thank you very much. As I mentioned in the chat, I'm a beer sorter. And I noticed that cards come in all different shapes and sizes, but most QSL printers will give you 3.5 by 5.5, which makes things a lot easier for beer sorting. So, if possible, stick to that standard size. The other thing I would note is that it's nice if all the information is on one side. You can put a picture in your call sign and maybe like a logo on the front, and then on the back you also have to have your call sign. You should have your call sign, and the QSO data, and other information like what you're a member of, etc. So that seems to work for me. As far as my cards, I have two different type of cards. I have my personal cards, because I also QSL manage a few people. I have cards I got from the club, which were free of charge from the club, and they were designed by one of our club members. And I also have my own design where I took pictures of antennas, and one where I took pictures of local scenery. So that seemed to work out pretty well for me. And I know how to use Photoshop, so I basically designed my own, but, there are a lot of these outfits will design them for you. The ones I've used have been UX5 Euro out of Ukraine, and also K4JSG. I think he's in Florida. But, those are two good card printers, and for about $70 or whatever, you can get 1,000. I think they only take minimum orders of 1,000, so since I do a lot of DX and contests, that's pretty much, it goes in like a few months. So, all right, I think I've said a lot. Back to Nat and Tor.
Well, excellent, Rhea. And I didn't realize you were a bureau sorter, so that's really cool. Maybe you can help tell us a little bit about, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, so if you can point us in the right direction. But how does one go about receiving cards from the bureau? I understand that you can send some envelopes that are already ready to go with your address on them and your call sign, as well as some postage to cover the cost of shipping any QSL cards that come in through the bureau that go to you, that several folks, DX folks, may send. So curious if you can tell us maybe a little bit, an overview or even some detail if you can, on what we would need to do that. Perhaps where we can find what bureau we would go through, depending on where we're located, where our QTH is. So if you have any information for us, Rhea, you can share with us on that.
Okay, I'd be more than happy to. In the United States, at least, the bureaus are broken up by call areas. So you have 0 through 9, and you also have like Kilo Hotel and Kilo Papa. And those would go to, the cards are sent from foreign bureaus directly to those bureaus. Now, some bureaus will ask for envelopes. They'll tell you send a certain number of self-addressed stamped envelopes, and they keep those on file. And every time you have 1 ounce or 2 ounces of cards, they will go ahead and send that to you. We're the Whiskey 2 Bureau, so we're the North Jersey DX Association, and we operate a bit differently. What we do is we tell subscribers, send this, go online and send this money through PayPal, and you get credited with a postage credits account. And basically, every time you get sent cards, you will, the money will come out for postage, plus a small handling surcharge for envelopes and stationery and stuff like that. So that works pretty well for us. You know, it's online. Nobody has to send anything, and our sorters have the freedom to choose what types of envelopes to send to subscribers. Now, the way it's broken down is we do it by suffix. So, for example, we have the 26 letters of the alphabet. So when the cards come in from the P.O. box, we get the 26 letters. We have a team of primary sorters, of which I am one. So basically, we get all the cards and we sort them into letters, and we sort them down in what is called call book order, where you'd have, like, for example, N2 alpha, and then you do N2 Bravo alpha, N2 Bravo Bravo, etc., all the way down to Zulu. And those get divided up to the letter managers, and the letter managers maintain a database of their subscribers, and they send out cards, and they deduct the postage credits, and that's how it gets sent out. Of course, some bureaus operate a bit differently. Some of them also, you know, like I said, they use the envelopes, and you know, that's how they operate. Also, club members get their cards at the meeting, so, you know, we don't have to maintain postage credits. And there is also a separate bureau for shortwave listeners, for non-hams who are, you know, who want to collect cards from hams. So that's pretty much how it works. I actually have the meeting to go to tomorrow, where we're going to distribute cards to the letter managers. I'm going to submit my primary sort to the different letter managers, and then they're going to take that and mail out the cards. All right, that's pretty much how you know, how you get cards from the bureau, and maybe another time I could tell you how you send them. Back to that, and to our...
Great, Rhea. Thank you very much for sharing that information with the group here. It's always good to learn new things such as that, and so thank you for that. And the link through ALRL's website on the incoming QSL service is posted in both chat rooms as well. And I'm sure if we have any questions further on that, as you go through and perhaps look at the material, if you plan on using that service, perhaps we can ask you, Rhea, on the net as we see you each week. So thank you very much for sharing that information with us and educating us a little bit more on incoming QSL card bureaus. So thank you. And let's see, anybody else have anything on QSL cards? I see there's a lot going on in the chat room here. It looks like Judy said on hers, she took a picture of a rainbow of a view from the front of their home, designed it front and back, and found a company to print it. So very cool, Judy. That's another way to do it. You can design it and then take it somewhere and have them print it for you, so that's very cool. And anybody else have any other comments or tips on design of the card? Looks like Melanie has a question, so Melanie, will pass it to you, AG4YL. AC4YL, a minute.
Thank you, Catherine. Good evening, ladies. I was curious. I've been going back and forth with this, and I actually have a legacy card, if you will. I have a card of my father's, who was a ham from, the 40s or 50s, up to death in 1972. And I have one of his cards, and of course back then, really, they all said, you all mailed the cards, and I've noticed that a lot of the QSL cards that I get, most of them that I get today, come with a self-addressed stamped envelope, in an envelope. They're in an envelope with another FASE to get one back again. And I'm wondering if that is really the norm, the fashion, because I've seen a lot offered out there that do have an area on the back side. For instance, the left-hand side will be the QSO information, and the right-hand side will have lines for you to write an address and room for you to put a stamp. And I'm kind of curious what the group thinks that, is that the norm? Should I bother with that? Should I fill the back completely with information? I've received a couple like that with a stamp on them in the mail. It's kind of neat. It's like getting a postcard. But like I said, most of them have come in their own envelope with an FASE. Is that more polite to do? Send QSL cards in that fashion? And that's my question. If anybody else can help me with that, or you can chat me some information or whatever, I appreciate it. Thank you, Catherine. A C4YL on the net, AG4YL.
Okay, very good, Melanie. Good question. Judy comments in the chat room, it's cheaper to send with a postcard stamp. So it's an inexpensive way to get your QSL cards sent out. But does anybody have any comments about Melanie's question or any thoughts on the subject?
And Georgia.
Go ahead, Rhea.
So, as far as the postcard goes, generally it's preference, but if you really want to put the line for an address, there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is that mail is basically automated, so it might get queued up by the machinery. It's probably no big deal if you're, just QSLing a rag sheet hat, but if you're working a rare DX, usually most of us just put it in the envelope just for extra security. And the other thing is, like for example, somebody who works a lot of DX and a lot of contests would probably not be able to individually afford to reply to each card, which is why they request an FASE and return postage. So it's understandable on their part. But as far as the stamp goes, I know some big guns who would reply to all QSL free of charge. I think YLRL does it. He basically says if you send him a card, he'll send one back, no return postage necessary. He sends it as a postcard. And there are others who do the same. So that's one way to do it. But like I said, the machinery in the post office will put some extra printing on it, and it could get rejected if you get a check for DXCC or any other award. Of course, you don't care about that, no problem. So, all right, back to next.
Jimmy. Go ahead, Jenny.
How is it the ALARL do the XSL cards? That's how the RSCP here in the UK do it. Exactly. So it's the same the world over. They do it, we get conference supposedly 4 times a year over here. We're just waiting for our little cards to come through. You send envelopes up to the various core signs are broken down into QSL managers, and they deal. The queer thing is, it's not located on this core sign. Our QSL manager is up in Yorkshire, and we're down if you look at the map of the UK, I'm down on the south coast, and my QSL manager is halfway up the map. Weird. We'll say it's not on location. It's let's say M0 say AA2 coming up from AA2I, something like that. And then it goes the next I say L or whatever, however they work it. It seems to work. Back to you there, Kat. See if I can see you.
Okay, very good, Jenny. So lots of good comments around the subject. Certainly appreciate it. And so we've got some varying thoughts on using them as postcards. So first, from a security standpoint, envelopes are the way to go. And some other suggestions to use the Bureau for your DX cards. That's another option as well. So perhaps Rhea can tell us next week how to use the outgoing Bureau. And perhaps that might be an option to send them through the Bureau as well as receive them that way for some of those countries that aren't on LOTW that you need there, Melanie. And so we are getting close to the end of the net here. So what I'd like to do is check in with Ann, WB1ARU, and confirm that we will be on the HF net on 20 meters, 14.288 if the frequency is available. So Ann, can you come back and confirm that we will have the HF net?
Tony was tuning up the radio, and now he can do so with somebody down frequency, so I hope that he's going to move up to our frequency and give me the microphone shortly.
Okay, very good, Ann. So all that can would like to, please join Ann, WB1ARU, and several of the other gals that hop over to 20 meters regularly and join her on 14.288 megahertz. And Jenny asked that we listen out for her as well. And so certainly if you gals can make it over there, please do. With that, we'd like to check in and see if we have any other YLs who are on the net who have not checked in yet and would like to do so. Please come on in now. Okay, nothing heard further on check-in. Sarah also puts in the chat room Echolink chat suggestion to also use EQSL for your DX as well. You can receive them that way and no need to wait on the mail. So good suggestion there, Sarah. Thank you very much for throwing that in there. And with that, we have just a couple minutes left. Sarah, I think you wanted to do the favorite movie awards for the past couple weeks. You did have audio earlier, so would like to give you the opportunity, if you would like to, exchange your favorite movie with one of the gals here on the net. So, Sarah, I would like to pass the mic to you if you would like to. And if not, just let us know, and we will wrap up the net here. So, Sarah, AB7PS, I'll pass the mic over to you, AC4YL. Okay, well, not getting anything from you, Sarah, so it looks like Dawn also would like to exchange favorite movie. So, Dawn, KJ4GBK, if you'd like to exchange your favorite movie with one of the gals on the net that you have not already, please go ahead.
LCL-HQG, this is KJ4GQN. Jenny, what is your favorite movie?
Hi there, Dawn. Jenny here. My favorite movie is Ghost. Golf Hotel Oscar Sierra Kilo. Thank you.
Thank you. And my favorite movie is Twister. Tango Whiskey, India Sierra, Tango Echo Romeo.
Got that, Dawn. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Jenny. It was my pleasure to share with you, and I hope you have a good night. 33 from KJ4GBK. Back to that control.
Okay, very good. So glad you're able to work one in there, Dawn, and thank you, Jenny, for helping Dawn out and getting her another one for her log. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and say 33. Ladies, we're going to go ahead and close out the net. If you can, please hop over on 20 meters to 14.288 and look for Ann. And we will catch you all next week. Thank you so much for joining us. 33, have a great weekend and a great week. This is AC4YL closing out the YL net and returning the ALARA conference and repeater to normal use. 33.
33 to everybody on the net. Hope we catch you all next week. KJ4GBK. We'll be clear on your final.
33's all catch you all next week. Most definitely.